Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Are you a teacher drowning in paperwork? What if I told you that you could create a detailed, engaging, and customized lesson plan in just 15 minutes? Yes, you heard that right. 15 minutes. Today, I'm going to show you how to do exactly that using a powerful tool called Gemini Advanced. Stick around because this is going to change the way you plan forever. You're trying to meet curriculum standards, cater to different learning styles, and keep your students engaged. It's exhausting, it's repetitive, and it eats into time you could be spending on what really matters, teaching and connecting with your students. I've been there, staring at a blank document late at night, wondering where to even start. It's a huge source of teacher burnout, and frankly, it's not sustainable. But what if there was a better way? This is where artificial intelligence comes in. Specifically, I'm talking about Gemini Advanced. Think of it as your personal teaching assistant, ready to help you brainstorm, structure, and create amazing lessons in a fraction of the time. It doesn't replace your expertise as a teacher. It enhances it. It handles the heavy lifting of drafting the plan so you can focus on the creative and strategic parts, the parts that make your teaching unique. Today, we're going to walk through the exact workflow I use to turn hours of planning into a quick 15-minute task. All right, let's dive right into the step-by-step process. The magic starts with the prompt. The quality of your output depends entirely on the quality of your input. A vague prompt will give you a vague lesson plan. A detailed prompt will give you gold. So let's open up Gemini Advanced and start crafting a prompt together. You need to tell the AI exactly what you want. I have a template I like to use. I start with the role. Act as an expert instructional designer and a 5th grade science teacher. This sets the context. Then I give it the core details, the subject, the grade level, and the specific topic. Let's say we're doing a lesson on the water cycle for 5th graders. Next, I specify the learning objectives. What should students know or be able to do by the end of the lesson? For example, students will be able to describe the 4 main stages of the water cycle: evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and collection. Students will be able to create a simple model of the water cycle. Then I outline the structure of the lesson plan. I ask for specific sections like a warm-up activity, direct instruction, a guided practice activity, an independent practice or a hands-on experiment, and an assessment or exit ticket. I also specify the duration for each part. For instance, a 5-minute warm-up, 15 minutes of direct instruction, a 20-minute group activity, and a 5-minute exit ticket. Finally, I add any specific constraints or requirements. Maybe I want it to align with next generation science standards, or I want to include a technology component, or I need differentiation strategies for English language learners and students with special needs. The more detail you provide, the better. So, my full prompt looks something like this. Act as an expert 5th grade science teacher. Create a 45-minute lesson plan on the water cycle. Include a warm-up, direct instruction, a hands-on group activity using simple materials, and an exit ticket. Provide differentiation strategies for diverse learners. Now for the fun part. Once we've crafted our detailed prompt, we just hit enter and watch Gemini Advanced work its magic. As you can see on the screen, it's generating the lesson plan right now in real time. It's already laying out the objectives, the materials needed, and it's breaking down the lesson step by step exactly as we asked. It's giving us a warm-up question like, where does the water go after it rains? It's outlining the direct instruction portion with key vocabulary words like evaporation and condensation. And here comes the hands-on activity. It's suggesting the classic water cycle in a bag experiment, and it's even listing the simple materials needed: a Ziploc bag, water, and some food coloring. It's also generating differentiation ideas, like providing a word bank for some students or challenging others to write a short story from the perspective of a water droplet. And finally, it's creating an exit ticket with a couple of quick questions to check for understanding. The entire first draft is done in under a minute. It's incredible. But we're not done yet. The AI gives us a fantastic starting point, but you are the expert on your students. The next step is customization and refinement. This is where you inject your own teaching style and tailor the plan to your specific classroom. First, read through the entire generated plan. Does it flow well? Does the timing make sense for your class? Maybe the AI suggested a 20-minute activity, but you know your students will need 30. Simply adjust the times. The text is fully editable, so you can just click and type next. Let's personalize the content. Maybe the warm-up question is good, but you have a better one that connects to a previous lesson. Change it. Perhaps you prefer a different hands-on activity or have a favorite video that explains the concept perfectly. This is where you integrate your own resources. For example, the AI suggested the water cycle in a bag experiment. That's great, but maybe you want to show a short brain pope video first to introduce the topic visually. I'll show you how to do that. You can literally ask Gemini in a follow-up prompt. Can you suggest a 3-minute YouTube video appropriate for 5th graders that explains the water cycle? And look, it gives me a list of suggestions. I can then review these videos, pick the one I like best, and add the link directly into my lesson plan document. You can also refine the assessment. The AI gave us a basic exit ticket, but what if you want something more creative? You could ask it, suggest 3 alternative assessment ideas for this lesson that are on-take quiz. It might suggest having students draw a comic strip of the water cycle or write a short poem. You can then pick the idea that best fits your students' strengths. This whole refinement process is about taking the AI's solid foundation and making it truly yours. It's a collaboration. This is how you ensure the lesson is not just well-structured, but also authentic to your teaching. So, let's recap the workflow. We started with a detailed prompt. Gemini generated a comprehensive draft in about a minute. We then spent a few minutes refining it, tweaking the timing, personalizing the activities, and integrating our own resources like that YouTube video link. We adjusted the assessment to be more creative. Look at the clock. The whole process, from a blank page to a complete, customized, and engaging lesson plan, took us less than 15 minutes. Think about how long this would have taken traditionally. You'd have to research activities, write out the objectives, structure the timeline, and come up with differentiation strategies all from scratch. That could easily be an hour or more of your time for just one lesson. By using this AI-powered workflow, you're reclaiming hours of your life every single week. This isn't about cutting corners. It's about working smarter, not harder. It frees you up to focus on preparing materials, giving student feedback, or just having a moment to breathe. Now, to help you get the best possible results from Gemini Advanced, I want to share a few quick tips. First, iterate on your prompts. Don't be afraid to have a conversation with the AI. If the first output isn't quite right, don't just scrap it. Use a follow-up prompt. Say something like, "That's a good start, but can you make the hands-on activity simpler using only paper and crayons? Or can you add more questions for the class discussion?" The more you guide it, the better it gets. Second, build a prompt library. Once you find a prompt structure that works really well for a specific type of lesson, save it. Keep a document with your favorite prompts. That way, you don't have to reinvent the wheel every time. You can just copy, paste, and change the specific topic. For example, I have prompts for science experiments, history debates, and literature analysis. Third, use it for more than just lesson plans. Gemini Advanced can help you draft emails to parents, create study guides, generate quiz questions, or even brainstorm ideas for a classroom transformation. Think of it as a multi-purpose tool in your teaching toolkit. The key is to be specific and to treat it like a collaborative partner. The more you practice, the more efficient you'll become at prompt engineering, and the more powerful this tool will be for you. So there you have it, a complete step-by-step workflow to create incredible lesson plans in just 15 minutes using Gemini Advanced. We've seen how to move from the daunting, time-consuming process of traditional planning to a streamlined, efficient, and even creative collaboration with it. This is about taking back your time and reducing burnout so you can bring your best self to the classroom every single day. The technology is here, and it's ready to help you become a more effective and happier teacher. I really encourage you to give this a try. Don't be intimidated by the technology. Just start with a simple lesson and the prompt structure we discussed today. I think you'll be amazed at the results. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips on how to use technology to make your teaching life easier. I'd also love to hear from you in the comments. Have you tried using AI for lesson planning? What are your favorite tips or tools? Let's share our knowledge and support each other. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.